Salute, salute, salute. What's happening, man? Box of Nocturnal Thoughts. Real quick video. Creed 3 coming out. I watched the trailer, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta tell y'all, I'm looking forward to this Creed 3 movie. Michael B. Jordan, one of them great young black actors, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing Killmonger style. But before I talk about Creed 3, I gotta talk about Rocky. Rocky Part 3. Because if it wasn't for Rocky 3, if it wasn't for Clubber Lang, if it wasn't for Mr. T, it wouldn't be no Nocturnal Thoughts. Not the way I am today. That shit molded me. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? In the subconscious or whatever. But as you can see, you know what I'm saying? As you can tell, you know what I mean? I go old school, gritty, dirty. I don't have to be state of the art. Everything clean, everything wiped down, everything shiny. People ain't gonna see you coming because I ain't got a whole lot of shine about me. This is just me. And I gotta say, a lot of that was too, thanks to montages like Clubber Lang, Mr. T, training for Rocky. Because Rocky had went to the point where he was caught up in the glamorous lifestyle. Glitz, flamboyant, flashy, money, you know what I'm saying? Everything comfortable, cushy, sleeping in silk pajamas while somebody out there starving and hungry. So when I was a kid, grew up watching Rocky Part 1. Every montage, you be in there, you know what I'm saying? Shadow boxing. Part 2 was even better. I like the story of it. I like the, you know what I'm saying, the final montage, but I like the story. I liked him getting a little bit of money, trying to go into acting and, you know what I'm saying, failing, and eye was all jacked up. Mickey slapped him in the face. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, you ain't gonna be able to fight this dude. You got your eye gone. But he came back and he won by a little split second at the end. You know what I'm saying? On goes the story. But I missed Part 3 when I was a kid. They always played 1 and 2 and 4 over and over. And I would watch 4 and I would see the montage after Apollo died. And I would be like seeing them running on the beach and seeing them training together. And I would be like, man, I need to see Part 3. You know, back then you didn't have all the shit y'all have today. DVDs, YouTubes, you know what I'm saying, internet. We didn't have shit like that. We had 2 TVs. Both of them was like this big. One had the channel where you could see the images in black and white, and the other one had no images. It was only for sound. And we turned both of them to the same channel. We had wires for antennas on the back, and we had a little monkey wrench to turn the channels because one of the knobs had been popped off of them. And y'all be crying about some shit like no Wi-Fi. So anyways, I'm gonna say this. I finally got to see Part 3. I was still young, I was still a kid, but I seen Part 3 out of sequence, out of the proper context of 1, 2, and 3. I seen 3 after I seen 4. So when I first seen Clubber Lang, because you know, Drago was bad, motherfucker. Apollo was a slick motherfucker. Apollo always was like Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Had the perfect afro, perfect mustache. You know what I'm saying? Tall, 6-pack, chisel. You know what I'm saying? Flashy jab, hit the combinations. Always had that mouthpiece. Choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-choo. Had that dude sitting there training them. No pain, no pain. But Mr. T, Clubber Lang, was self-made. Out the damn. Out of the dust, out of the mud, out of the concrete, in the basement, in the concrete basement jungle, just training itself. And those images would be like, man, this is some bad shit. This is what I gotta be like. And then Mr. T just exploded. He had Mr. T cereal, cartoon. I had the little cereal, you get them stickers, and I'll put the Mr. T stickers all over your wall with the little bulldog. Shouts out to Clubber Lang and Mr. T. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it wouldn't be no Nocturnal if it wasn't for no Mr. T and Clubber Lang, period. So I'm hoping in Creed 3 that they can have a storyline that's going to be so impactful on younger people. You know what I'm saying? Because the storyline looks like one of his childhood friends, and this happens in real life, childhood friends on the same path, and then one of y'all go a different way, you know what I'm saying, by destiny or by, you know what I'm saying, force of whatever. This person makes it successfully. This person goes through hell, you know what I'm saying? He goes to the penitentiary, but he's fighting. He's in there like the hurricane, Reuben Carter, you know what I'm saying, sculpting and molding his body so when he comes out, he's gonna be a monster. And he's coming to take everything that's due to him. He's sitting back watching his friend, childhood friend that he could beat when they was young. He had his number, he could beat him up. And he's watching him be successful and live the life of a heavyweight champion, you know what I'm saying, for 7 years. Beautiful wife and family and cars and fame and money and all that stuff, right? So that looks like the plot. And I like the plot because the plot ain't just ripping off Rocky Part 3, saying, you know what I'm saying, a successful champion versus another, you know what I'm saying, contender. Yes, it's more like a childhood friend. And that happens in sports, that happens in basketball. That shit happens on YouTube. I seen a YouTube fitness guy come about the mud, his friend go to jail, and the whole time his friend is on YouTube building the empire. And then when his friend get out, he go buy his friend a brand new car and hook him up with some, you know what I'm saying, gear, give him his own YouTube channel, blow him up, you know what I'm saying? But that don't always happen that way. Sometimes it's a lot of malicious, a lot of malintent. And your friend see you blow up and he's still locked down. So the storyline looks like dude gonna get out. He gonna, you know what I'm saying, link up with his buddy from back in the day. His buddy gonna put him on. And then the plot is gonna be where I'm coming for your neck. I'm coming for your fame. I'm coming for your life. I'm coming for what's mine. And they both look like they're in impeccable shape. And the acting, I hope the acting is gonna be on a good level to where it's not just about the montages, not about just the muscle and the training, but the story is right, where the character, especially the villain, because Mr. T to me in Part 3, it was one of the first times I found myself actually wanting the villain to win. He wasn't a villain to me. He was more like me, and I wanted him to win over Rocky, period, point blank. To this day, even when I watch it now, there's still a part of me that hopes that Clubber Lang could beat Rocky 2 times. You know what I'm saying? So, Creed Part 3, I hope the story is well told and the acting is good. And I hope it inspires, because you know how Michael B. Jordan did Killmonger. It was a story that made you fall in love with his character to the point where people didn't even want to be T'Challa. They wanted to be Killmonger, right? I'm hoping that this dude is going to be able to pull off the villain, but also make it polarizing enough to where your heart will bleed for him as well, and that you still root for him to win some kind of a way, so that you're just not looking at people that go through, you know what I'm saying, the roads that go through the concrete. You're not just judging it based off the fact that it's crooked and the petals is falling off and it's, you know what I'm saying, not beautiful. Just recognize the fact of what it had to go through to grow through that concrete, like, you know what I'm saying, old Tupac poem. But anyways, looking at that, I hope it's inspirational. The trailer looks dope. Like I said, they look like they're in great shape. I expect no less, especially for Michael B. Jordan right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's like, for the young kids, he's the young kids that's inspiring. Like, I remember I took my son, me and my wife took my son to see Creed Part 1. You know what I'm saying? And my son, he been in them weights and hitting weights ever since then. So that's all I got to say. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I can't wait to see the movie. I hope it's well told. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, the actors get the proper script to where it's not just one dimensional. And it's, I don't want it to be like this, just basic. You tell it out just to get to the end. Let's say Herb and rush to the end and show the fighting scene. You know what I'm saying? Throw some montages in there, but also balance it out with, you know what I'm saying, that good and the evil, and tell a good story, but it looks great. That's all I got to say about that. I really just want to talk about Clubber Lang though. That's how bad that dude was. And I hope that this dude is going to be able to encapsulate somewhat. Don't copyright, don't just, you know, carbon copy and just rip off Mr. T, but just have a little bit of a hint of where I could see he just did enough just to where some people is going to be like, you know, well, even though his shit was fucked up, I still can relate and I want him to win. Salute, salute, salute.